All right, so I just saw The Boys in the Boat, a movie directed by George Clooney of all people, which you really wouldn't have noticed. I wouldn't say he has really a directorial style, but hey, George Clooney makes movies. Who would have thought it? He's actually made movies for a while, but I digress. This is a movie about the 1936 rowing Olympic team from Washington State University, I believe, that went, and they're underdogs. They're not from privilege. Their parents weren't rich. They're men of the people, especially during Depression era America, and went and won the Olympic gold medal, beating out the Germans and all that stuff. Again, it's not really a spoiler. It's based off of true events. You know all that. Especially the trailer basically tells you what happens in the movie. But this type of movie you just watch to get that feel good underdog sports movie feelings that you get from watching these types of movies. And I will say the movie is successful at doing what it's supposed to do, but not much else. Especially after watching The Iron Claw yesterday, and that sports movie being not traditional and being a bit more tackling its subject matter a lot more personally, I would say. This movie feels a lot less personal. It tries to touch on certain personal moments, but unfortunately, for the most part, you as the audience don't really feel that connected to any of these characters because we don't really know too many details about them besides the general, just checking off the boxes stuff. Like, yeah, this is their name, this is their backstory, and that's how they feel about it. And then there you go. So we don't really get to know any of these characters beyond the surface level type of stuff, which is really this movie's biggest flaw, is that it does the underdog stuff well, it does the sports scenes well, it does the whole, low moment with a rousing speech from our coach character that brings our characters together and all that stuff. But unfortunately, none of the characters feel that intimate with the audience, and you're just kind of watching these events happen. And sure, it's interesting, but it's not making the movie in and of itself stand out in any way. Not like other great sports movies like Remember the Titans or 42 or Ford v Ferrari, those movies that really pack a punch. This one is just kind of stale, unfortunately, and in my opinion the main reason is because the characters just feel so distant. So I think this is a great movie to watch if you are interested in the subject matter and it's a rainy day and maybe your grandparents are visiting and they're interested. This is a very old-fashioned type of movie. It opens very old-fashioned and it ends very old-fashioned. It reminded me a lot of, those sentimental movies made in the early 90s, late 80s type of stuff. And I think that's the vibe they're going for. Unfortunately, it doesn't add anything interesting new to the table to make it stand out beyond that. So if you want a taste of cinema of yesteryear that is unremarkable, then go ahead and check this one out. But not really a recommendation on my part. It's not an awful movie by any stretch. It's just unremarkable. So yeah, if that has not scared you away, then go ahead and check it out.